when it comes to the Melbourne market, it's rapidly changing constantly.
Yep.
How are you able to stay on top of the property market to, help your clients find the right property, as well as the whole concept at the moment with underquoting? I know it's a big issue.
So the way of staying ahead is building relationships. So 50% of my week is going towards networking and building relationships with brokers, real estate agents, property managers, building and pest inspectors, anyone in the industry.
Yeah.
And because we all know someone within that area, that's how you leverage those relationships and help them to help your clients.
Yeah. You work with a lot of agents to find off-market listings for your clients?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. But I won't call up an agent straight away and ask them for an off-market. They hate that. They hate that. Plus, you brought up the undercoding, and when a property lists on the market, be armed and do your homework. And if you know what recently sold and which is comparable, then you exactly know if the property is undercoded or overpriced, or is it fair market value.
Yeah. Do you have special software to help you with that process?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, perfect.
In addition to, I've walked through many properties, so I know what to look for, even though it's a digital comparative analysis.
Yeah.
I can easily figure out that which property is more at par with what's listed. But nothing beats you walking through the property.
Yeah. I love property, just like you. It's probably why we get along so well.
True.
We spent my husband's 30th birthday going to display homes. So, and when it is like that and people love it, do you sometimes have clients coming along with you to the open homes so you can talk them through?
Yep, I absolutely welcome them. Most of my clients at Manik, we hired you for reasons. So when I'm walking through a property, I give them a walkthrough and I give my commentary on what I'm seeing. What does it actually look like? What does it feel like? If there are any weird smells in the house or anything like that. So it's the next best thing that you can have as a property buyer without visiting the property.
I wanted to get your opinion on this. So the average Australian only has one investment property.
Yep.
That's where they stop. Why do you think that's the case?
They stopped because they did it by themselves and the property hasn't performed as well as they had hoped. If I look at myself, I ended up buying 4 properties in 3 years.
Oh wow.
Only because I bought the first one right, refinanced and bought the second, and so on and so forth.
Exactly. Knowing your strategy and the setting everything up so you can, cash out equity and use it to buy the next one and the next one. And a lot of people though forget, yes, it's an awesome way to invest in property, but you still have to service the equity cash out, and a lot of people forget that. And how many properties are you currently seeing as like a maximum amount in a portfolio?
The only client that I can think of who has multiple investment properties at this point in time, he has now 2, but he's planning to buy a third one.
Okay, amazing.
For the equity to grow in the other properties, and he's basically working that out with a financial planner.
Amazing.
And then there are a few more people who are wanting to do their next because I did my job well and the equities have grown.
Yeah.
They are basically waiting on for their equities to grow so much so that they can have the full 20% or plus deposit so that they can buy the next one very comfortably.
Yeah, beautiful. No LMI. I think people...
No LMI.
It's great that you don't have to pay LMI. It can be around 20,000 or whatnot.
Can be.
But sometimes there's no way around it and you can actually borrow more if you do capitalise the LMI. But I personally have always avoided it.
I think of LMI as a cost of doing business. If you're stopping to buy a great property in a great location just because you have to pay, say, 10,000-15,000 of LMI, you're missing out on so much of equity growth. I can't even begin to imagine.
Yeah.
So it's like, consider it like a cost of doing business. And sometimes you pay LMI because it gets you, because you end up paying a lower deposit on the first one, and it might allow you to buy a second one a lot faster.
Yeah.
Because you have that cash saved up.
Yeah, and grow the portfolio.
So it's about building a plan. I always come back to the plan. So it's about building the plan and having the right strategy in place, and having a very clear end goal in mind of what you want to achieve.
Well, what are some of the lesser known suburbs and regions Australia-wide or even just in Victoria that you're specifically looking at for investing for your current clients?
So for my current clients, I'm looking at a lot of places, including regional Victoria and Metro Melbourne.
Okay.
It all comes back to the strategy,
Yeah.
and the budget, and what your plan is.
Yeah.
Like I have a client who is buying his 5th property and is more looking for cash flow.
Okay, amazing.
And then I have another one who's absolutely starting afresh on his property journey.
Yeah.
And he's 50 plus.
Yeah.
So the strategies, the fundamentals remain the same, but the execution changes because your strategy changes.
Yeah.